Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. I am very excited to do this reading for you today. So this will be on what does the divine want you to know. I will post this on Wednesday, January 8th. So this will be through from January 8th, 2020 through January 15th, 2020. But whenever you click on this video, this is the right time for you as this reading is timeless. So I'm excited about this particular type of reading because the divine coaches us on all areas of our life, and it is a lot of information, and I hope you enjoy this reading as much as I do. The reason why I started this channel was because I consider myself a twin flame alchemist. And what that means is that I help people turn their difficult twin flame journeys into magical ones. If you want more information on that, please email me the information below. And I will also put timestamps below. So let's start with you picking which pick a pile you would like to start with. So this is group 1, and this is these are organite pyramids, and this particular organite is rainbow gems. Let me just bring it closer. So this is rainbow gems. This is rose quartz. Okay, rose quartz organite. And then this one is all the all the gems of the chakras. So all the different gems that you use to balance out chakras. That's this particular organite pyramid with looks like a crystal quartz on top. This one also has a crystal quartz on top. All right, so go ahead and pick which pile. You're going to get a lot of information. You're going to get information on all areas of your life. I am so excited. So let's get started. Okay, so how are you today? For all of you who picked pile 1, this is the Rainbow Gems Organite Pyramid. Let's see what you got. What does the divine want you to know for the week of January 8th through January 15th. I'm just going to lay out a few cards here. Okay, so the first card you got is integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Okay, so for some of you, maybe there's some actions that you're taking right now, and maybe they're not matching your values. And so the divine is asking you, when you take actions, maybe this is your mission, or maybe this is in relationship, or regarding some kind of purpose in your life. They're asking that you make sure that this matches your values. Oh, I also like to try to start with a tarot. Let's see, here we go. All right. Yep. So they're asking you to move slowly towards some kind of goal. So this is the Seeker of Pentacles reversed. So this is something that you're working towards that is long term. This could be, again, your mission, your life purpose. This could be a relationship. This is something where the divine is asking you to move slowly. Don't rush into it, into something that is going to be long lasting, something that's going to be something that is going to support your passions, support what you believe in. Yeah, again, like that's something that aligns with your integrity. So they're asking you to move slowly and not rush into it. All right. Also, you got listen to your intuition. Okay. So a lot of you know what you're working towards, and they're asking you not to go into your head and use your, mental, don't go into your head and overthink anything. Go ahead and use your intuition. All right. So we also pulled the deception card. So it says someone is wearing a false self mask in this. So for some of you who are in a relationship right now, or who are not in a relationship, for those twin flames who are in separation, just know that someone is wearing a false mask. And so the other person is not showing their true feelings at this time. It's just not, it's not what it seems right now. Okay, you also got the solar plexus chakra, self-esteem. So the divine is asking you to balance out your solar plexus chakra to help with self-esteem. You can go on YouTube with the Hertz music, and it'll help you to balance and cleanse your solar plexus chakra. You can, play it when you're at work. You can play it while you sleep at night, and this will help you with your self-esteem. Okay, you also got the Grim Reaper. So what this is saying is that it sounds like for some of you that a relationship is over. Maybe this was recent. Maybe this was in the past few months. Maybe this was 2 years ago. But anyway, a relationship is over. And so if this was a karmic relationship, chances are that's it. This has definitely ended. But if this is a twin flame relationship, they're asking you to grow and transform yourself from this relationship. And here's the thing: if you're not sure with this relationship, if this was your twin flame or not, I can help you with that. I can channel and help you to figure out if this was your twin flame or not. But if this is your twin flame, they're asking you to now grow, transform, be in your integrity. Know that there is a false mask happening in that. They're not showing their true feelings right now, to really listen to your intuition and to move slowly towards this, okay? And to really work on yourself and work on your self-esteem, okay? So, yeah, so it looks like a relationship might have just ended for many of you, or maybe in the past few months, okay? The next card you got is Bodies of Water. It says spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Maybe this will be healing for you to go near some kind of body in water to rejuvenate yourself. All right, and here's an affirmation for the week. It says, I stand in my power and lead others forward. So this is titled Archangel Metatron's Cloak. It is an honor to receive this card, for the cloak allows Metatron's energy to be held in your aura. It ensures that your 12 chakras are open and protects you from lower energies. This means that you can link to the 7th dimension of Hollow Earth and assess wisdom from the 4 ascension planets. Walk tall and stand in your power. Wearing this cloak will help you guide others on their ascension path. You are called on to do this. Empower people to see who they are and what they do. Okay, so this sounds like this might be part of your purpose for being here and for being maybe on this twin flame journey. And so working with Archangel Metatron, and you are being called upon to guide others on their ascension path. So again, your affirmation is, I stand in my power and lead others forward. Beautiful. Another affirmation for you this week is, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. And that makes sense. You just want to pray for the highest good, because sometimes, when we try to have a specific outcome in our mind, we don't see everything from a bird's eye view. We don't see all timelines. We don't see the future. And so if you align with spirit always knows the best outcome. But when we stay in our ego in what we want the outcome to be, many times it doesn't turn out as good as it could have been had we been open to all possibilities and allow spirit to take charge. Okay, the next card you got is creativity. It says, express your creativity, delight in the mystery of your inner muse. So this is a time to start working with your creativity. Maybe there was something, maybe there's a passion that you've had as a child, or, just there are things that you've been meaning to have time to work on that you haven't had time to work on. And so for some of you who did just get out of a relationship, the universe blessed you with that time to start working on your creativity. Okay, the next card you got is, you are stronger than you know. Yep. So, again, I feel like, again, some of you, a relationship possibly just ended. And so, maybe you're feeling like, that how am I going to get through this? Or maybe you're feeling sad. So of course, the divine is saying, go ahead and heal, spend time near water. That's going to heal you. But they're also saying you are stronger than you know. You will get through this. All right. The divine also is suggesting that perhaps you work with calcite this week. Calcite, it could be just a picture, doesn't have to be the actual stone, but it says busy times and multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. Yep. So it sounds like many of you might be trying to distract yourself. So just make sure what you're working on. So your creativity, make sure you're working towards something lofty. Like don't just distract yourself. Sorry, it's kind of early in the morning here. Don't distract yourself with just things, to get your mind off of, anything that you might be hurting over. Working on your, creativity, working towards, where is it? There's this particular goal that they gave you with helping. Oh, here we go. Because it sounds like your purpose is to help guide others on their ascension path, so that's what they want you. This is what the divine's asking you to do, to get to work on helping others in some way, in whatever that means to you, working slowly towards that goal, aligning your actions so that they match your values, okay? And really listening to your intuition. All right, the next card you got is the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you, right? So this makes total sense because, again, if you're going through some kind of loss, some kind of relationship that is over right now, you're being cracked open. You're probably learning more about self-love and connecting with the divine, because this is the time when we really go within. Sometimes we don't do that when we're distracted or when things are going well. We don't learn to really connect with ourselves, connect with the divine. And so sometimes things have to happen in our lives to really go within. And it sounds like the divine is helping you to crack open and unfold this rose that's inside of you. Okay, the next card you got is soulmate relationship. New romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now, right? So for some of you, this relationship that might have just ended was probably karmic. And so now they're asking you to now build up your spirituality, go within, because this new romance with the spiritual basis is here for you now. And this will be a much better relationship, much more fulfilling than what you had. Or if this is the same person, which it could be, especially if this is your twin flame, then this is definitely going to turn more into a spiritual relationship in the 3D. Obviously, it's already a spiritual relationship in the 5D, but it's going to turn into one in the 3D. Okay, the next card you got is when your destiny is so big, the universe gives you time and space to achieve your lofty goal. Yep, so that makes sense. So for those of you who have this lofty goal, or you have this intuition or this knowing that you are supposed to guide others on their ascension path, when you have this lofty type goal, the divine is going to give you that time and space to do it. So, if you're in a relationship or if you're being distracted in some way, you're not going to be able to. So it's almost like they want you to get this off the ground. They want you to get this mission off the ground on your own and, have this, in place before you're in this spiritual union. Okay, the next card you got is there is no such thing as good and bad, since it's just a matrix and it's not real. Our impression on any circumstance is what gives it any meaning life. Okay. So I'm sorry, I should have read this part first. So what this is saying is master your life through the law of relativity. Everything is neutral until you give it meaning. Okay. So what this is saying is there's no such thing as good and bad, since it's just a matrix and it's not real. Our impression on any circumstances is what gives it any meaning. Life is a blank canvas reflecting your thoughts. Okay. So whatever it is that's making you feel down, or whatever, or if there's anything that you maybe have a perspective on that is maybe bringing your vibration lower, or maybe there's something you're trying to distract yourself from, this is saying that, try to see everything, just understand that everything is neutral until you give meaning to it. And it is what the thing becomes what you give meaning to. So if you give a different meaning to something, then that will uplift you and that will uplift others. And because you're only hurting yourself if you put a negative meaning onto something that's happening in your life. All right, what else does the divine want you to know? Okay, we are not trapped by our thoughts. What we generally do, however, is create thoughts that trap us. So that was by Joshua David Stone. Yep, so kind of like what we just said just before, just know that whatever your thoughts are, it's not like, you're trapped by your ego. It's like we're the creators. We're creating these thoughts. You can change your thoughts. You can, again, it kind of goes with this law of relativity. Everything is neutral until you give it meaning. And so you trap yourself with whatever meaning. If it's negative, you're the one trapping yourself with that particular perspective. All right, what else does the divine want you to know? You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. That makes you a winner right there. And that saying was from Venus. I love Venus Williams. So yes, so it's interesting because a lot of us are starting a mission right now, and we're not really surrounded by, and if and maybe some of you, maybe not all of you, maybe are not surrounded by people who are not very supportive in what it is you're doing, or maybe supportive in your twin flame relationship, or whatever it is. And what this is saying is you have to believe in yourself. And that makes you a winner. Believing in yourself is what makes you a winner. You don't need other people to believe in you. Only you need to believe in you. All right. The next, what else does the divine want you to know this week is it says live like a goddess or a divine feminine. Okay. And by the way, divine feminine doesn't have to be female. The divine feminine can be male. Okay. So live like a goddess or god or divine feminine. Know that life is cyclical. Purge during the full moon with salt bath, smudging, emotional code releasing, healing inner child, or create something new that you're passionate about during the new moon. Make new intentions. Yep. So this is just in time since the full moon is Friday, January 10th, I believe. And so when you live like a goddess, you know life goes in cycles, and you start to live your life to know that during certain times of the month, you'll be creating something new and making new intentions. And then you'll also be purging and releasing and healing, So during the full moon is a great time to do that. So starting on Friday, salt baths, smudging. So I mentioned the emotion I believe it's called emotion code. If you go on YouTube, you'll see what that means. I always do this during the full moon. It helps release any past karmic emotions that are trapped inside of you. And it's freeing for your mind, and it's freeing for your body, and it actually heals the body. Like if you have any kind of pain in your body, when you release these trapped emotions, it actually heals and releases the pain. It's really cool. And then it also helps you heal your inner child. Okay, so purging. All right. The next card you got is you cannot wake up to the truth of who you are at a soul level within a relationship. It's too distracting for most of us. Yep. So a lot of times when we're not awoken and we're still in the midst of this transition, and we're being distracted in a relationship. I think we already talked about this in one of these cards. They're saying that the divine wants us to be, in separation at certain times in our life because we're trying to wake up to the truth of who we are, and we can't do that when we are so busy trying to help someone else or understand someone else or heal someone else. I mean, you can, but it just doesn't go as quickly as it should. It's just, it slows down the process, and it's probably a more difficult process to do when you're in a relationship. It's just easier to do on your own in separation. Okay, what else does the divine want you to know this week? It says takes about a week after you're in balance with your divine masculine energies for your masculine to catch up. Okay, so this is what I like to teach in life coaching. This is what I'm all about. It's really the secret in how to be in union on the physical plane with your twin flame, as well as um, your divine masculine. Okay, so what this means is, this again, this is something I teach in life coaching, so I won't go into it. When you balance out your divine feminine and divine masculine energies, what you're doing is you're balancing out your own self, and what that does is, I know this sounds weird because you're doing this within yourself. It's carrying into your 3D life. So when you follow this pattern of balancing out all of your chakras, that balances out your spiritual feminine, your spiritual masculine, your earthly feminine, and your earthly masculine, what that does is balances you out in such a way that you have become whole, and then it takes about a week to manifest in your third dimensional counterpart. I know I'm having a difficult time explaining this, but that's the best way I can explain it, because it happens at a 5D level, and then it comes to you, and you realize, okay, on a 3D level, I have to balance myself out, my own divine feminine, which is your left side, my own divine masculine, which is my right side, and when I balance it out, which is something again I teach in my life coaching, because it really is the secret to union, I think. Anyway, and when that happens, it takes about a week. You have to balance yourself for a week, at least 60% of the time, because it's kind of difficult. Then in the physical, in the 3D, your divine masculine in the 3D will then start balancing out. It manifests in the 3D, and then your divine masculine becomes more awake. And this is what happened to my journey. And then it even happened where my divine masculine side of me, my divine masculine in the 3D as well, woke up to the twin flame journey, and then even knew we were twin flames, which was crazy, which was, I mean, just, I thought was wow. So anyway, so I hope I explained that okay. All right, the next card you got is separation equals faster transformation without distractions of counterpart. Friction and energy is too strong. Well, wow, we just keep talking about the same thing here. Yep. So again, when you're in separation, it does help. It's very helpful. Again, I talk about balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine energies. It's hard to do while in relationship. Trust me, I've tried and I wasn't able to do it. I had to be in separation to balance it out. And then once I did, he did, and then he even awoke to the fact that we were twin flames. So again, the friction and energy is just too strong when you're together to balance out those energies. All right, what else does the divine want you to know? Okay, awaiting results. That makes sense. So yeah, so the divine is very well aware that you are awaiting results. They're asking you, though, to move slowly towards this goal, okay? So they understand that you're waiting results, okay? But they don't want you to long for this connection. They want you to be in your power. They don't want you to long for it. They want you to, match your values to your actions and what you're doing. They want you to listen to your intuition. They want you to, crack open and unfold that rose that's within inside of you. They don't want you to distract yourself, and they really want you to go into this life purpose of helping and guiding others. You have to go through it first before you can help others on this journey. And, they want you to express your creativity, your inner muse. All right, the next card you got is forgiveness heals. So this might have to do with the relationship that just ended. So just know you're only hurting yourself and your divine counterpart if you don't forgive. And that's also making your divine feminine, divine masculine side of you imbalanced. Okay, so also this could be someone else in your life. There's somebody in your life perhaps that you're having a hard time forgive, or this could be just forgiving yourself. So this says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I'm willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, peace and health. Yep. So this also what I've learned with forgiveness, this is the fastest way to raise your vibration. Your vibration, because this has actually been measured in science to find out the fastest way to raise your vibration. So I have this scale here. So the fastest way to get to enlightenment and peace is to forgive. Okay. The next card you got is Scarab Beetle. It says, what is unregarded or discarded holds a secret, a seed of creation. So maybe there's, and this might have to do with your relationship and the separation. This could have to do with maybe a life purpose that you set aside or some kind of creative project that you set aside. But what they're saying is to, go ahead and go back to that and don't disregard it because it holds a secret. And there is a seed of creation there. Maybe there's something you missed. Maybe there's something that you put aside for now, and the divine is asking you to take it out again and take another look. All right, the next card you got is Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Yep, don't do this alone. None of this is supposed to be just you. You are to open yourself up and ask I call them my spiritual entourage. I feel like I have a stadium of spirits that are right here helping me. And so go ahead and ask for help. Just keep asking, what is it that you want me to do? What do you want me to know? And it will be shown to you. Okay, so this is reversed. You got the Golden Palace. And what this means is don't have this notion like don't hold on to what security looks like. So the divine is turning you upside down right now because you feel like this is what security looks like. And they're turning your life upside down right now because they don't want you to see they don't want you to look at security in this particular way or prosperity in this particular way. They want you to have a different perspective. They want you to be open to changes. Again, I think I mentioned this before. When we have a particular outcome in mind, we kind of gyp ourselves because the divine can see all timelines from a bird's eye view, sees all outcomes. And so when you're open to all outcomes and when you're open to anything, any possibility, but if you're stuck on this, if you said, well, this is what it needs to look like, and this is what security looks like, and this is what I have to have, and you hold on so tight, really the divine can't step in and help you and give you a better outcome. So they're asking you to not hold on tight to what, your security looks like. Okay, the next card you got is Earthly, masculine, balanced, forward going. Yep. So they're asking you to balance out your earthly, masculine side of you. Again, this is something I life coach on. And be forward going. This makes total sense. This goes with the whole reading because they're asking you to move forward slowly on this creativity that they want you to express and this particular life purpose. Or maybe something you have disregarded in the past and they want you to pick it up again. And so to balance out your masculine side of you, you need to be forward going on this purpose. And in life, really, in all of life, like, don't say, oh, I'm going to wait for so-and-so, or I'm going to wait to be in union before I do this, or I'm not going to book a vacation until this, or, I'm not going to plan that party until this. No, do it now. Do it now. Don't wait for anyone. Live your life now. Okay, that's balancing. That's going to balance you out. That's going to balance your counterpart out. And it's going to create a long-lasting union. Okay, the next card you got is you can measure your soul growth through the mirror of your relationships. Indicator. It's an indicator of where you're at in ascension process. Yep. So, okay, so when in any relationship that you're in, because we all have, like for instance, me and my daughter, like we're always mirroring like what's going on. So if there's anything that triggers, it's really a good indicator of where you're at in your ascension process. Again, your twin flame is probably your biggest trigger of what has not been healed inside of you, which many of you who have been in union before are very well aware of. And it's hard to kind of heal when you're in union. Again, I just want to let you know, from experience. Okay, the next card we got is Flower Power. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. Yep, so maybe some of you, maybe your mission is to work with flowers or flower essences or oils, and maybe you're healers. So again, this is something that they want you to move forward on. If you're not into, essence oils, or if you're not into flowers, maybe they're just asking you to spend time with flowers and nature. All right, great. The next card you got is Make Each Breath Count. So this is kind of a mindfulness card. It says, connecting with and paying attention to the breath has been a fundamental way to develop stability and deep rest throughout the history of meditation. It can, however, be a bit elusive when you're just starting out. So using counting and scaffolding to support your attention and concentration can be very helpful. A simple method is to count one on the in-breath and one on the out-breath. Repeat this process 5 times. Try this next time you feel overwhelmed or overcome by difficult emotions. Giving yourself a moment to reconnect to your breath will help you feel centered and grounded in the present moment. Okay. The next card you got is Awareness. Yep. So, for many of you, you're coming out of your ego, realizing that we are all one, realizing we are all connected. This whole illusion of separation, especially within the twin flame journey, you really start to realize how connected we are. And even though we are separated, it's, you can, because of your telepathy, because of how you're feeling, because there's so many signs and synchronicities, you do realize that you're never actually separated. And so many of you are having this awakening. And as you do awaken, that we are one with Source, even your shadow side, with humanity, they're asking you to, help others on this path to ascension. All right. And then you also got Flaming Beauty. This tells me that you're a light worker. So some of you, or many of you, just by being you're sharing your light with others. Just your awakening, just your self-love, just your unconditional love for your twin flame. Just that is making you a light worker, and you're healing the earth and you're healing others just by doing that, because you and your twin flame, you are portals. You are portals for love. And when you love each other unconditionally, even in separation, you are creating light for the earth. You are helping to raise the vibration. It's a very big mission being on the twin flame journey. And then for those of you who are not on the twin flame journey, you are also light workers, and you are giving light to the earth. And maybe using the violet flame to transmute negative energies. You're using light to transmute any kind of chemicals into something beneficial. Maybe you're transmuting EMF waves into something beneficial, but you're using some kind of light to transmute and to raise the vibration. And then the next card you got is Prosperity Begins. So the divine wants you to know that this could be money, this could be a relationship, but something prosperous is beginning. This is the 1 card, so this is a brand new beginning. So again, if you're starting a mission or something with your creativity, this will bring lots of prosperity for you. And the next card you got is Unity. So kind of like what we just talked about again. So this is kind of kind of a confirmation that yes, many of you are working on, or the divine's asking you to work on the fact that that we are not in separation, that we are all one, that we are in unity, and that, in order to heal the world, we must see ourselves as connected to the one, to Source, to humanity, to our shadow side. We are all one, and that, of course, again, will help raise the vibration of the earth and to others. The next card you got is Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Yeah, this is a big one. So when you trust in the divine, transformation will occur a lot quicker. And so also when you trust and you accept, that's big. When you accept the current situation that you're in, what that does is it creates peace. That's the fastest way to get to peace. Um, Also forgiveness. So you also got the forgiveness card. So when you forgive as well as accept the situation, that's the fastest way to raise your vibration to peace. And what that does, it brings you in alignment and it brings everything in prosperity. And that's when prosperity really begins. And it just accelerates the process. All right, the next card you got is Storyteller. All right, so ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So that tells me that maybe for many of you, so the divine is asking you to express your creativity and delight in the mystery of your inner muse. So I feel like for a lot of you, that has to do with storytelling. You're able to, make anything sound beautiful through words. Maybe it's poetry, maybe it's writing music, maybe it's, writing a book. But this is something that the divine wants you to move forward on. Okay, you also got protective excess earthly masculine. So what that tells me again, and again, I'm not going to go through the whole chart. This is stuff that I life coach on. But when you have protective excess earthly masculine inside of you, what that does is what that tells me is that you might be having an insufficient on your earthly feminine side, which could mean maybe you're being rigid or cold towards your divine masculine. Maybe you're not showing unconditional love. And when you don't show unconditional love to the divine masculine side, or if you're overly serious or very rigid in your thinking and not having compassion, what that does is it causes your divine masculine side to become overly protective. And so it's an imbalance, okay? And it's hard to be in union when that is occurring. Okay, then oh, here you go, protection. Well, that's funny. So that just confirms what we just said. So yes, so your divine masculine side of you, which of course is manifesting in your third dimension, your third dimensional divine masculine, again, nothing to do with gender, is causing some kind of protection. If you're not on the twin flame journey, this is just saying that you are protected by the divine. You are protected. And whatever journey you're taking right now, the divine is watching over you. And that's also, again, for twin flames as well, by the way. Okay. And then the last card you got is don't give up. You are not alone. Yep. And so what the divine wants you to know is don't give up what you're doing. You're on the right path. Keep going. You know what to do. Use your intuition. As long as you use your intuition, you don't overthink things. You're not inside your head, and know that, like they're giving you time right now to work on this creativity. So for those of you who did just have some kind of breakup or some kind of relationship that is now over, just trust that it was meant to help you, transform your life. You're going through a huge transformation. You're meant to, create, maybe it's these stories, maybe it has to do with, oil essences, there's a lot going on. There's so many things that you could be doing right now. I mean, for a lot of you, again, it's helping others on their ascension path. That's why you're going through what you're going through now. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. That is all I have for now. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button to get notified of all my future videos. Also, I would love to hear your comments. And if you're interested in booking a private reading or life coaching session with me, please email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. The information is below. And I am honored to do this reading for you, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hello, so this is for those of you that picked pile 2. This is the Rose Quartz Organite. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Let's see what the divine wants you to know this week. This says, so you got Earth Angel. You are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. Okay, so many of you are light workers. Wow, and you also got teacher. Okay, So it says ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, and wisdom. So many of you are light workers, but also you're here to teach something. You're here to communicate knowledge. You're on some kind of mission here. I'm seeing a theme here. All right, you also got balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And what this also, to me, talks about is balancing out your divine feminine and divine masculine energies. And that's what makes a great relationship. I do teach that in my life coaching, and I will talk about that later. Um, yeah, there's more to that. It's very, very important. All right, you also got patience. So many of you are definitely waiting some kind of results, and they're asking you to have patience on something. And so, if this is a twin flame relationship, they're asking you to probably work on whatever this is. So, you have this ability to communicate knowledge, skill, and wisdom to people. And I believe they're asking you to work on that first. But let's see what other cards you got. So your affirmation for the week is I am open to learning and teaching. Wow. Well, that's a confirmation for you. So it says, and I'm sorry, I'm not very good at pronouncing names. Lord Cthulhu is the world teacher in his incarnations as Saint Francis Shah Jahan, who built the Taj Mahal and Melchior. One of the wise men, Lord Cthulhu, practiced harmlessness, love, and wisdom. These energies are encapsulated in this card, so you're encouraged to spread knowledge and spiritual truths to others with humility and inspiration. Be ready to learn, for Lord Cthulhu is drawing your attention to something important. He is a member of the Brotherhood of the Golden Robe, those who take in and transmute the pain of the world. If you are sensitive to energies, ask him to wrap you in his light. So, yeah, so this also is a confirmation that you are here to spread knowledge and spiritual truth to others. You are somebody who is inspirational. And so, yeah, so I have a feeling they're asking you, the divine is asking you to be patient in this because this is something you're working on. You are some sort of teacher and they're asking you, and so this is your affirmation: I'm open to learning and teaching. So you're learning right now, you're studying, you're researching, because you are meant to be some sort of spiritual teacher or any whatever teacher it is, whatever you're working on, and to have patience with this. Okay. All right. You also got this could be another affirmation. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Yep. So when you embrace peace and surrender, so this is saying that when you have this particular outcome that it's funny, I explained this in group 1 as well, but if you have this very particular outcome in mind, then if you're holding on tight to this one particular outcome, then you're not allowing the divine, who also can see all the possibilities. They can see all the timelines because you're constantly shifting timelines. They can see all of your possibilities, but if you're stuck on one outcome and you're holding on to it, then the universe cannot really help you get your greatest blessings. Okay, so another affirmation is the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. All right, you also got passion. Resurrect a childhood dream. Let your passion take flight. Yep, so maybe some of you have this passion for teaching, for some kind of spiritual teaching or teaching something, or maybe it's something else, but they're asking you to start working on your passion. The next card you got is self-employment. Wow. So I think the divine is also supporting you and helping you in whatever this is, whatever this mission is that you're on. And at some point, you are going to work for yourself, self-employment. This is something that will be yours. It'll be your own business, and the universe has your back and is supporting you in this endeavor. Okay, you also got Sugalite. So, this stone is something that the divine's asking you to work with this week. It could be just a picture. Anyway, the stone is called, I believe, Sugalite. Again, I'm not very good at, reading these stones. I'm sorry. Yes, we're reading these stones. Own your divine power. Replace codependent people pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. Yep. So, yeah, own your own divine power. Replace codependent people pleasing. Okay, so this tells me that some of you may feel codependent. This could be your twin flame. I don't know, this could be other people, but they're asking you to own your own divine power because you are a light worker. You don't need to depend on anyone, and you are a spiritual teacher, and they're asking you to own that power. Okay. All right, you also got the Hermit, so that makes sense. If you're going to become a spiritual teacher, you are in the midst of going within. You are working with the divine. You are learning whatever it is that you want to share with others. You're learning whatever it is you're going to learn about. You are going to spread this knowledge and spiritual truth to others. So it makes sense for you to get the Hermit card. So they want you to go within right now to work on this. All right, the next card you got is Mintaken. Again, I'm very bad at pronouncing words, so excuse me if I'm not pronouncing these words correctly. It says longing for home, belonging, the original lightworkers. Okay, so that is a confirmation that you are indeed a lightworker. Okay, so this is another card of a type of lightworker. I guess you are one of the original light workers, and some of you might be longing to be part of that soul family. But this is confirmation that you are an earth angel. Perhaps you're giving light to the earth. And I explained this in group 1. Just showing your light, just being you, just showing unconditional love, being unconditionally loving towards your twin flame, or unconditionally loving towards yourself, you are spreading your light. And then if you are on the twin flame journey, you and your twin flame are portals for that light. And just being you and just being that light is helping others. It's raising the vibration of the earth, and it's teaching others, because that's what you are, a teacher. All right, the next card you got is empowerment. It says you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. Yep. So, gosh, you're getting a real theme here, because that's exactly what it said here. Own your divine power. So I guess for some of you, maybe you're having a hard time, owning that, owning how powerful you are. Maybe you're questioning that you don't have what it takes to be a spiritual teacher, that maybe you don't have what it takes to spread knowledge, but they're saying you are, and that you need to own it. You need to own this power. You need to go within. You need to research, figure out what it is that you need to, dive deep into what it is that you need to learn. And then what you learn, they don't want you to hold it. They want you to spread the knowledge. Okay? And you are more powerful than you realize. And that it's safe for you to be powerful. Maybe you had past lives where it wasn't safe for you to be powerful, but just know in this lifetime it is safe for you to do that. Okay, the next card you got is Third Eye or Ajna Chakra Intuition. Yep, so they're saying to use your intuition and perhaps balance and cleanse your third eye or Ajna Chakra to help you with your intuition. If you go on YouTube, there is like Hertz music that will help do that for you when it comes to balancing and cleansing your third eye chakra. Okay, the next card you got is If You Believe. Now, you're the only pile that got 2 Ask Your Angel cards. So, okay. So it looks like you have a double message here. If you believe, big happy changes are coming. So this really is a big theme for you, pile 2. Because, again, they keep saying to you, the divine wants you to know this week, you need to own your power. You're more powerful than you think. And so if you believe, big happy changes are coming. But the big caveat is you have to believe this. You have to own your power. Wow, so you're getting some messages there. Okay, you also got children. Your love life is being affected by children. So maybe many of you are parents, or maybe many of you are going to be parents, or maybe you work with children, or this could be your inner child that needs to be healed. A lot of us have inner child wounding that needs to be healed. This might have to do with, if you don't have children in your life, this might have to do with becoming a hermit to go within and heal yourself as well. Because you need to heal your own inner child and build up your confidence to, be able to get out there and teach. Okay, the next card you got is Stabbed in the Back. So what this tells me is that some of you are going through some kind of heartbreak and pain right now. You're in some kind of separation from your twin flame. And but I believe the reason why that's happening right now, so that would make sense also to heal your inner child. If you have some kind of wounding that's going on and you do feel stabbed in the back. Also, they're asking you to have patience with this because they just wanted you to have time so you don't have distractions in order to work on your, spirituality as you are a light worker, so that you can, work on your passions. Okay. So yes, so a lot of you are heartbroken right now, and but you have to use your intuition and do some self mastery here, because you're going into some kind of self employment. But what they're telling me is that you wouldn't have been able to do this while in union. So while in union, there's no way you would have had time to work on this passion of yours. So there's this mission that they want you to work on right now, but they need you on your own. They need you to be the hermit. They need you to research and really figure this out to get this going. Because once this is going and this is balanced and you're working on your own pentacles, then union can occur again. All right, the next card, independent. Yep, there's the confirmation. They want you to be independent. They don't want you to be codependent on anyone else. That's why they want you to work on this. Okay, it says your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So that is another reason why the divine has separated you at this time from your twin flame or your soulmate, to become more independent, to work on yourself, to heal. Again, this could be an inner child, but you have to believe in yourself, and then the big happy changes will occur. Okay, the next card you got is, and so this you're so pile 2, you're getting a lot of confirmations. So it says, get your own life first, then share it. Now is the time to put in effort for your dreams. You may not have this time in a relationship. Well, that's just what we said, didn't we? That's why the divine is doing this, if you wanted to know the why. All right, the next card you got is Master Your Life Through the Law of Correspondence. Patterns repeat themselves throughout the universe until it no longer serves us. So what this means is you have these reoccurring patterns that help us recognize where we need to make adjustments in our lives. So maybe there's a pattern that's been happening in your life over and over and over, and they're asking you to take a different timeline, to make an adjustment. Okay? Make an adjustment, and then the big happy changes will occur. But you have to make you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Okay, the next card you got is Don't Be Afraid to Give Up the Good and Go for the Great. That was said by Steve Prefontaine. So maybe when you guys were in this relationship, maybe you thought it was pretty good, but they're saying it could be great. And you have to give up that good. You have to give it up, and you have to go for the great. That's what will be long lasting. Don't sell yourself short. Believe in yourself, because they're saying you're more powerful than you realize, and there's a lot more for you. The twin flame journey, if you're in the twin flame journey, is not just about being in the relationship. Half of it, I think, is also about the mission. And so it's an awesome mission. And for you guys, it sounds like you're a spiritual teacher and you are going to inspire others. And so that is something that you're going to have passion about. You're going to feel passionate about your life with or without your twin flame. Okay. All right, the next card you got is live like a goddess or divine feminine. Now, just so you know, divine feminine does not have to be a female, okay? It says spend time in nature, grow a garden, hike, play sports, swim in the ocean, ride a bicycle, walk around the park, do it, feed your soul. Yep. So basically, this is just saying spend more time in nature, live like a goddess. So, this is going to help ground you. This is going to help, bring more peace and prosperity into your life. Just spending time in nature, listening to nature, being one with nature. As a lot of you are earth angels anyway. Okay, and then you also got you are forging a new path and leaving a trail for others to follow. So you are not following others, okay? You are not the followers. You are the leaders. You are forging a new path. You are making a trail. You're the one cutting down the weeds. You're the one that's cutting out the bushes. You're the one forging the trail so that others can follow. So this type of mission, if you're on the twin flame mission, or if you're on this mission to living in the fifth dimension without a twin flame, just know you are forging the path. Only maybe 4% of the world is doing this. Maybe 4%. So you are forging, you guys are the pioneers. Okay, twin flame journey. This is the fast track to ascension. And if you don't do the work and balance out your own divine feminine and divine masculine energies, your divine counterpart will continue to reject you. Okay, so again, I know a lot of you are going through some kind of heartbreak. Some of you are, or a lot of you are probably in separation. And they want you to know what the divine is trying to tell you is that this twin flame journey is the fast track to ascension into the fifth dimension. And the secret to getting into ascension is balancing out your own divine feminine and divine masculine energies. Because once you're balanced in your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, and I teach this, by the way, with my life coaching sessions, then you will. It really is the secret of coming into physical union in the 3D. I think. To me, this is the biggest secret. So this is what I teach. So anyway. So once you come into balance in your own divine feminine and your own divine masculine energies and your whole, then that gets manifested in the 3D in your divine counterpart, and that brings union. Okay, but it's a fast track. It's not easy. It's a fast track to ascension. All right, and then for those of you who are not on the twin flame journey, still you need to balance out your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, and it will fast track you into ascension. All right, and then the next card you got is self-love is the closest we get to God or source energy. Yep, so loving yourself. So when you really feel that self-love, and I think, yes, you guys got the children card, and I always think that for some of you, this has to do with your inner child, and there's some wounding going on where perhaps maybe you're not emotionally connected to yourself due to some kind of past trauma that may have happened in your past. And, like releasing those trapped emotions. And when you learn to self-love and get rid of your wounding, you're able to emotionally connect to yourself and love yourself. And when you do that, it's almost like, I can't explain it, but it's like your heart cracks open and you feel this, when you self-love, you feel this love from source energy. I don't know if many of you have experienced that. It's pretty powerful. The next card you got is High Priestess, Hidden Knowledge. Yep. So that makes total sense to me that you are the High Priestess. You are the bringers of this hidden knowledge you're learning. You are right now some kind of sage going within as a hermit. You're learning everything you can to share, and you're going to share this hidden knowledge with others. So keep up the great work and just, really know that you're more powerful than you realize. Okay, the next card you got is a good night's sleep. So I guess many of you might be having a hard time sleeping at this time. It could be, ascension symptoms, or maybe you're overthinking with the separation that you're going through. But what this says is, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me relax and sleep deeply, for I know that you are guiding, healing, and protecting me while I rest. All right, the next card you got is Red Squirrel. It says, gather your resources now, for they will sustain you through your coming change. Yep. So again, you are gathering this hidden knowledge. You are, whatever it is you're doing to help yourself awaken more, the divine is asking you to gather all these resources now, because if you believe, you have these big happy changes that are going to happen, and you are going to need these resources, okay, to get through this huge coming change for you. Big happy changes. Okay, the next card you got is Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? Yep, so go ahead and go, use your intuition, and, ask yourself, what's going to bring you to this goal of yours? What am I going to do? Ask your intuition to, which way do I take to get me to my passion? Okay, because like I said, whatever this is, the divine is going to support you and help you to make this something where you can be self-employed and you can do this on your own. Or maybe some of you are already self-employed and they're going to boost you even more and support you even more in your endeavors. All right, so this is upside down. Okay, so this is the Field of Dreams card. So maybe for some of you, they're asking you, is this really your own dreams? Because this is having your own dreams and cultivating. But when it's reversed, it's saying, are you really working on your own dreams right now? Or are you working on someone else's dreams? Okay, so really ask yourself that. So are you really working on your passion right now? Or are you just making money and you're not really feeling fulfilled? Okay, because I feel like this is here for you. The self-employment is here for you if you're willing to give up someone else's dream. Now, this doesn't mean quit your job or anything, because, obviously you need your security to get through, but perhaps be working on your dream simultaneously at the same time. Or if you can, self-employ. All right. The next card you got is Know Your Twin Loves You When You Love Yourself. Yep, because it's you, when you realize we're not separated and your twin is really just you embodied in another body. As you know, you share a soul. And so when you love yourself, your twin has no choice but to love you as well. It's just they have to. It's you loving you. And when they love themselves, you can't help also to unconditionally love. But as the divine feminine, your part really is to unconditionally love even when they don't love themselves. But it's kind of different with the divine feminine. You're the creators, you're the seed makers, so you're the intuition. So the divine feminine, again, nothing to do with gender. You're the ones that have to start off this spiritual endeavor where you are the ones that awaken first. And when you learn to love yourself unconditionally, they follow in that. And then when you love you, your twin loves you too in the third dimension. Okay. You also got, you must learn to create healthy boundaries within your oneness. You say what feels right, as no one can invalidate how you feel. You must be authentic. Yep. So, okay. So I think a lot of divine feminines, I think a lot of the problem is, and maybe you already experienced this in your past relationship, is that maybe you didn't create healthy boundaries. Maybe you let people walk all over you. Maybe you were a doormat just to kind of please. And what the divine wants you to know is you need to create healthy boundaries. That is showing you that because when you love you, your twin loves you. You have to show love to yourself first. You have to put yourself first. You have to, work on your own passions. You have to go within and work on yourself, and you have to set healthy boundaries to others, because that's showing others how much you love yourself. And even though we're in, even though we're not separated and we're in this oneness with everyone, you still have to, you can't be a doormat. And so there's what the divine is saying is, you say what feels right, as no one can invalidate how you feel. No one can tell you how you can feel, okay? Because you are authentic in what you feel, and no one can tell you otherwise. No one can tell you how you should feel about anything. Some of you, I guess, needed to hear that. The next one you got, wow, is new home. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. I guess some of you are moving. Some of you are moving into a new home, or some of you are just moving into a new direction, or, or just, shifting to a higher dimension. But you're moving up. You're going in the right direction. Okay, the next card you got is freedom. Yep. So they wanted to give you your freedom. So the divine, what they want you to know is, this, what you just went through with this breakup. They want you to know that what they were truly doing was setting you free to help you create your own healthy boundaries, setting you free to become the hermit at this time, to really work on your spirituality, because you are being asked to become a teacher and to guide others and spread knowledge and spiritual truths to others. So they wanted you to be free of anything toxic, because you have a lot of hidden knowledge that they want you to spread. Okay. Enjoy your freedom. Okay. And then the next card you got is don't ignore the signs, stay present. So the divine, they're trying right now to show you lots and lots of signs. So please be aware of the signs that you're getting. So when you're in the present moment, when you're walking outside, maybe you'll notice things that, just know that it's probably a message from the divine. So for instance, if you're walking through nature and you see a particular animal, maybe look up the totem and the meaning as to what they're trying to tell you. It could be insects. I know this sounds strange, but for me, I'll see planes with contrails, and believe it or not, that's a hidden meaning for me. like sometimes there's inside jokes that the divine is trying to show you. Maybe there's songs, there's words that people say, maybe there's feathers, there's certain things, and stay present, and then listen to your intuition and what the divine's trying to tell you. It will really lead you in the right direction. All right, and then joy. So they're saying also, live your life in joy. I think, was there something I saw here? No, I think that was group one. Sorry, that was group one. So anyway, so with joy, they're asking you to raise your vibration, because when you live life with joy and you see the joy in life, and when you really look around and you enjoy, your blessings, and you really notice the blessings you already have, and just like in the little things, like maybe it is just lighting candles in your home, or maybe it's like treating yourself in such a way that, that gives you like a spa like home, or like little things. Like for instance, I love ASMR. It brings me joy. And so like I'll do, like if I'm feeling kind of stressed, I will go on YouTube, I will look up ASMR, because it brings me joy and it really uplifts my vibration. So they're asking you to do that, to find what brings you joy. All right. The next card you got is fleeing, freezing, excess, earthly, feminine. So this tells me that for those of you that were in maybe connection with your twin flame recently, or maybe still are, you're feeling kind of like a numbing, like something's being mirrored out to you, and you're out of balance, and you're freezing or you're fleeing the situation. And I know this happens big time when you're in union with your twin flame, when you're not balanced. And it's quite numbing. It's the best way I can describe it. And I feel like many of you, or some of you, are going through this right now. And perhaps you felt this way, even when you got out of union, and, you're trying to flee the situation. You don't want anything to do with it. All this means is that you're a little imbalanced on your feminine side. Okay. It's just, again, you just have, an excess of earthly feminine. And what that's doing is causing an insufficient amount of earthly masculine, and it's causing your divine masculine in the 3D as being hopeless, not awake, not spiritually awake, stagnant, and stuck. Okay. But again, this is stuff I teach with life coaching. So if you'd like to know more about that, again, I think that is the biggest secret. Oh, that's my dog, by the way. My dog is barking. The biggest freeing way to get to the fifth dimension and to ascend, as well as to get into physical union. All right, the next card you got is Abysmal. Yes, so this makes total sense because if many of you have just gotten out of a relationship, or many of you feel like you've been stabbed in the back in some way, or many of you are just kind of heartbroken over something in your life, you might be feeling kind of abysmal right now. But what this does is the divine cracks you open. So when you get, so I just want to say, for me, this is when I do most of my learning. This is when I this is when I really dig deep to learn what it is I need to know. And I start to really blossom, and I start to really like transform. I go through this huge transformation. And so I think that's what's happening for many of you right now. It feels like it's abysmal, but this is the time when you learn the most because you dive deep. See how she's diving? See how she's diving deep? So a lot of you, which totally makes sense, you're becoming the hermit. You're gaining so much spiritual knowledge right now, and you're meant to do this. So you're meant to put in this type of this stage in your life, this cycle in your life, in which we always go through cycles, by the way. And a lot of times, life, we don't want life to go like, life like this is okay, but sometimes we have to dive deep. Our life kind of goes like this. It becomes abysmal, but that's us diving deep, right? When we get into that whole heartbreak. And what that does is it really helps us to learn and research and transform and open up and just, really get down and deep into the spirituality of everything, and learning all that hidden knowledge. Like, this is where most people find all that hidden knowledge. I know we would rather learn, in ease and in peace and in love, and maybe some of us can. And once we get into the fifth dimension, maybe we will do that more. But in the third dimension, a lot of us have to kind of go into this abysmal state to get all this hidden knowledge. This is where we do most of our learning, okay, without distraction. All right, what else does the divine want you to know this week? And you got the Fool. Yep. So see how he's stepping out, and he's trusting the divine. He's stepping off the cliff with his arms wide open. So this is you starting to trust the divine, saying, you know what? My way is not really working, so I'm just going to fearlessly step out into the unknown and let the divine carry me. He knows the divine's going to carry him. He's stepping off this cliff, but he knows he's not going to fall. He can't fall. The divine's going to catch him. And so this is what you're doing. You have your arms up and say, okay, divine, what is it that you want me to know? Teach me, just lead me, show me, tell me, keep your eyes open for all the signs that we talked about, when you're out in nature, because they're always talking to you. Just talk to them. Don't just keep asking the divine questions, and then don't ignore the signs. But you have to stay present to do that. It's hard to do if you're all up in your head and you're constantly thinking about a particular outcome. They can't help you if you're holding on tight to a particular outcome. All right, and then the last card you got is Tune into Stillness. An effective way to develop inner calm is to place your attention on something that is already calm. This could be a tree, a cloud, a building, or an item on a shelf. Notice which parts of your experience feel still or relaxed, and make the decision to rest your mind there. This is relatively easy if we are in a quiet place, but is just as possible when we are somewhere noisy and busy. You will find moments of stillness everywhere if you look for them. Finding stillness and turning the mind there means you can have access to rest wherever you are. So it looks like the divine is asking you to become more mindful and to become more relaxed and to rest your mind, because that's when your intuition is going to kick in, not when you, like I said, when you're up in your head. The divine isn't able to really give you these signs that they're trying to give you. So, they're asking you to, again, just resurrect this childhood dream, let your passion take flight. Big happy changes are coming if you believe. And because look, self-employment, they're supporting you in this, and to definitely know that you are more powerful than you think, because you have this lofty goal that they are trying to help you with, and that is to lead others in their spiritual knowledge. You are here to spread knowledge and spiritual truth to others. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. That's all I have for now. If you like this video, if you like this reading, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button to get notified of all my future videos. I do love to do readings like this, and I will try to do these weekly. I would love to hear your comments. And if you would like to book a private reading with me or interested in a life coaching session, my information is below, and you can email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. I am very honored to do this reading for you, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, so this is for group 3, those of you that picked the gemstones that have to do with the chakras. So these are the type of gemstones that balance out the chakras in this organite pyramid. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Let's see what advice the divine has for you this week. I think I'm going to title this Amazing Advice from the Divine, because groups 1 and groups 2 had really amazing advice. So let's see what you got. All right. So the first card you got is Cancel, Clear, Delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they rapidly manifest into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Yep. So whatever you have any kind of negative thinking on, whether it could be, any situation or a person, what the divine is asking you to do is just please use positive words and thoughts. And then, we're all human, right? We all, say things or think things that we don't mean to, or we regret doing, or because now it gets manifested, right? So they're just saying all you have to do is say cancel, clear, delete, and the angels can help cancel the effects of that negative thinking. Okay. The next card you got is in the near future. So something is going to happen for you in the near future. We will soon see what they mean by that. Wow, and you got worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. All right, so for many of you who are on the twin flame journey, what they're saying is whoever this person is worth waiting for. This relationship is worth waiting for. And it sounds like it is going to happen very soon. That's what the divine wants you to know. Okay, you also got warrior. Okay, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. Yep, so it sounds like this is what a lot of you are working on right now. Or the divine is asking you to work on this, to work on your self-discipline, your strength, and your toughness of will. So the divine wants you to know that they do realize you're going through a self-sacrifice right now. And what you're doing is you're definitely ascending into the 5th dimension. You are conquering the ego. And this is not an easy journey. You are a warrior. Very few people are doing this right now, and you guys are the pioneers. Oh, and you got a message for you. A message for you from your soulmate or your twin flame. It says, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Well, this totally makes sense, because it sounds like your twin flame is on the same page as you, because this is going to happen in the near future, and it is definitely worth waiting for. Oh, that warms my heart. The next card you got is Hilarion. The affirmation is for this week, I open myself to the wisdom and guidance of Hilarion. Hilarion is from Saturn and steps down his energy to the Temple of Truth over Crete. He is negotiator for Earth on the Council of Saturn and helps us remain connected to our spiritual journey. As master of the orange 5th ray of technology, science, truth, and knowledge, he invites you to open up your mind so that he can drop seeds for new ideas into your consciousness. He assists those who are ready to become higher channels and clairvoyants. Your guidance is to sit quietly and ask him to help you all that you can be. So what this tells me is some of you, or maybe a lot of you, are higher channels and clairvoyants, and Hilarion wants to help you with this. So if you can sit quietly, Hilarion wants to help download wisdom and to help you work on and increase your, channeling spirit. Okay, awesome. The next card you got, and this also could be an affirmation for the week. I choose love no matter what. Okay, I choose love no matter what. Okay. All right, the next card you got is opportunity. It says, release your ties to the past. When you let go of the old, you make room for the new. So it sounds like there's a big opportunity about to happen. Now, this could be about your relationship, but this also could be this mission that you have when it comes to maybe channeling and being a clairvoyant in some way. And so they're asking you to let go and allow for this new opportunity. So see how her arms are up and the light is spreading and she's looking up and, she's not closed off. She's not expecting a particular outcome. She's open to all possibilities. All right. The next card you got is healthcare change. So what that tells me is the divine is asking you to make some kind of change in your healthcare, whether this be maybe exercise or nutrition or just some kind of change. It could just be walking, maybe walking out in nature, making a just a better life change for yourself, regarding your health and whatever that means to you. It could be yoga, whatever's going to improve your health. Doesn't have to be exercise or food, just whatever, just maybe it can improve your health just by working on your passion or what they're telling me. A healthcare change is to think positively. This also will improve your health when you think positively and have a different perspective of whatever's going on in your life. Having the strength and, knowing that the self-sacrifice is for your highest good is also going to help you in your health, and be open to new opportunities will also improve your health. It could be a lot of things. Okay, the next card you got is opal. And so this is a stone that you can work with this week, or, a picture's fine. And it says, let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. So maybe many of you are doubting yourself about your gifts. And so far from what the cards I see is that, many of you are probably like warriors of the light. You are working on yourself, building up some skills here. You have new opportunities coming in. And for a lot of you, it has to do with higher channeling, and they're asking you to sparkle and shine and, to allow yourself to be bigger than life. It is safe to do that. Okay, the next card you got is Ten of Swords. Yep, so this is great. This is a good card because something has just ended. And we say good riddance, right? Good riddance to 2019. Because I know you've been through it, because you guys are warriors. I know you've been through it. You've been through a tough journey. And now you are gaining the skills, your strength up, you're disciplining yourself. Yeah. And all because of this, because you went through this tough cycle and now it has ended. This is a painful ending. This is painful. I mean, just look at this picture. And then the angels are always around you, though, helping you. And the sun is rising behind you. The sun is rising. I mean, and that's for sure, because it says here, in the near future. So something is going to happen in the near future, and some kind of opportunity is here for you. Okay, the next card you got is, Twin Flames. Yep, so if you needed confirmation, if this was your twin flame, here it is. And so what this is about, what the twin flame is about, is the yin, balancing out the yin yang, zen, balancing, union, coupling, complementing each other. I love this picture. And so what I teach, and the reason why I started this channel, is because having a successful twin flame journey is about a few major things, but one of them being balancing out your divine feminine and divine masculine energies, your yin yang energies. And I love to teach that because to me, that's the quickest way to ascension, and that's the quickest way to get into physical union. And I will get into that later because I did pull a few cards for you on that. And that's what I teach in my life coaching sessions. I might have just already said that. But anyway, it's early in the morning, so I do apologize. Okay, so the next card you got is patience. Don't settle for okay when you can have dreams come true. Yep. So they're asking you to be patient in whatever this opportunity is. A lot of you, this is the twin flame relationship, or it's probably both, and the mission. And they're saying, don't settle for just okay when you can have all your dreams come true. And so, and I said this in groups 1 and group 2, the divine is saying that they can see all, potential outcomes. They can see all potential timelines. And when we settle for something that our ego wants right away, we are gypping ourselves. When we allow ourselves to be patient and to be open to all possibilities, the divine has something better for us. Trust me, I can speak from experience. Okay, the next card you got is one can only suffer through the illusion of separation. Once you realize we are all one and live your life empowered by the knowing we are all connected, you are free. Yep. So the reason why people go through suffering, like maybe this painful ending, maybe you felt a bit of heartbreak at the time or still now. It says you only suffer when you stay in this illusion of separation. But once you realize we are all one and you live your life empowered by the knowing we are all connected, you are then free. You free yourself. You are then happy. And, that's the whole purpose of the twin flame journey. And that's why it's such a fast track to ascension, because it gives you the illusion of this separation from someone that you dearly love, when in actuality, you're never actually separated. And the reason why you know that is because you're using your intuition. You feel their feelings. The telepathy is happening like crazy. You're experiencing their feelings, their thoughts. You just know, like they're talking to you through songs. You just feel the divine talking to you even more and more. You're diving deeper into the fifth dimension. So again, I shouldn't say again, another thing that they're telling me right now is that the twin flame union, the reason why they do this, they give you this illusion of separation and they give you this pain and this heartache is to get you out of the third dimension. They don't want you to focus on the third dimension. They want you to focus on moving up to the fifth dimension. And so they have to make the third dimension look as crummy as possible so that you move into the fifth dimension. And the way you do that is to balance out your divine feminine and divine masculine side of you. And you make positive changes. You think positively, you heal yourself, you choose love. You love yourself, you love others, you channel the higher spirit. They don't want to make the third dimension look appetizing. It's probably the wrong word, but so you have this illusion of separation, and they don't want you to focus on that. They want you to focus on the connectedness that you have through your fifth dimensional senses, if that makes sense. Okay, the next card you got is summer. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So this might have to do with your mission. So if a lot of you are working on some kind of mission, and if it does have to do with this higher channeling that you're working on, it sounds like maybe the summertime, things are really going to take off. Things are really going to blossom. If this does have to do with your twin flame, which I don't think so because it's saying in the near future and worth waiting for, I don't know. It doesn't have to be that long in my opinion. It's basically you balancing out with you, and that gets manifested in the 3D. So for some of you, if you're having a hard time balancing out yourself that may delay your twin flame union. It doesn't have to be though, because timelines are always shifting. It never has to be. I'm just reading a timeline right now, and on this particular timeline for some of you, it may happen in the summertime. And summertime, actually, for some of you in the southern hemisphere, would be now, huh? But summertime here in the northern hemisphere is not until 6 months from now. So, but again, what I want to say is that can change. So please don't take that verbatim, because all you have to do is make a shift. All you have to do is shift. You have to cancel, clear, delete any negative thoughts. And if you balance yourself out with your divine feminine, divine masculine side of you, your timeline will shift, and that will happen much quicker. And that is something I teach in my twin flame life coaching. Okay, the next card you have is May I Be Well. So what this means is we all want to be safe, healthy, and happy. So even if it feels a bit self-indulgent, reminding ourselves of this throughout the day is a lovely way to stay in touch with this basic desire. An easy way to do this is to repeat the phrases, may I be well and may I be happy, to yourself. These words will cultivate a sense of self-care and can be a feeling of warmth and kindness to even the coldest times. Try incorporating the phrases into your daily routine by repeating them to yourself each morning when you wake up and each evening before you go to sleep. Okay, so that sounds like a mindful, like a, being mindful. It's kind of an exercise where you say to yourself, may I be well, may I be happy. And if you repeat that to yourself, oh, that's a good healthcare change right there. So you're feeling warm and kind to yourself. So that's another way to increase your health, your happiness, your peace. You're incorporating those type of phrases instead of, maybe if some of you are using more negative words or maybe negative thoughts. This might help you. Okay. What else does the divine want you to know this week? You got 285 hertz, treats damaged tissues, cuts, burns, heals cells, restores damaged organs. So what the divine is saying is, if you go and you listen to this hertz music, this one is 285, maybe some of you are dealing with maybe maybe you don't even know it, but maybe there's some kind of tissue issues, or maybe your cells need to be healed. Maybe some of your organs need to be restored, and 285 hertz will help you do that. So if you listen to 285 hertz, you can put that on YouTube. That is very healing for you, and that will be something you could do while you sleep, or maybe while you're I think I already said that, at work. All right, the next card you got is The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hit, soul tribe. Wow. So this tells me, or this, the divine is letting you know that your soul tribe is coming together. You're having intuitive hits. You're meeting people in your life where you feel like you've known them before. And definitely your twin flame is part of your soul tribe. And it's all starting to come together. And if this hasn't happened yet, this will happen. What else does the divine want you to know? Healing heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. So what this tells me is, some of you are healing your heart after this painful, ending. But also for some of you, you're a healer and you're a channeler. And this is what you're put on earth to do. And they're asking you to keep up the good work. Maybe you're healing others. Maybe you're helping others. It could be in anything. Maybe you're social workers. Maybe you're a psychologist. Maybe it's spirituality. But you're powerful healers, and or the divine's asking you to work on your healing powers and help others. Okay, healing heart. The next card you got is integration. Yeah, so I think I mentioned this before. So the fastest way to ascension is balancing out your inner divine feminine and divine masculine energies, balancing out your yin and yang. It's the fastest way to ascension. It's also the fastest way into physical union. Again, I teach this in my life coaching. All right, the next card you got is Innocence. Yep. So what's going on here is nobody should feel guilty. Nobody should have any kind of negative thoughts. Nobody should be blaming another. So we have a picture here of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. To me, this is like a heart. This is like it's kind of a twin flame card. You got like the angel wings up here. Everyone is innocent because just like what I said, it has nothing in the once you balance out your own inner divine feminine and divine masculine energies, that will help balance out your counterpart in the 3D. Because everyone else, it's just an illusion, right? So everyone else is just a reflection of what's inside of you. So if there's something out of balance inside you, that gets reflected outside of you. It's just a matrix. And so once you learn to balance your inner divine feminine, divine masculine energies, that gets manifested outside of you in the 3D. And so your divine counterpart also becomes balanced. It takes about a week. After you're fully balanced for about a week, then your divine counterpart in the 3D also starts to balance out. And just know everyone is innocent in this game of the matrix. Everyone is innocent. No one's doing anything to you. It's just you. You're the only player in this video game. It's just you in this matrix. You're the one playing the game. You're the one trying to balance out, and whatever's within you is being reflected outside of you. And that's all it is. And so all the players, your soul tribe, they're all here to help you. Your soul tribe, they're all here to reflect outside of you, what's inside of you. And they're all here. They've all, you all had an agreement before you came down here, and they all said, hey, this is what we're going to do to help you get to your highest vibration, to get you into the fifth dimension or whatever it is you're working on in this lifetime. Okay. And then the next card you got is Firm Foundation. So the divine is asking you to build a very firm foundation before you get back into union with your twin flame, or relationship with your soulmate. Again, a lot of you, maybe you need to work on your health. Maybe it does have to do with the 285 hertz. Maybe that's going to help you heal. Choosing love, especially loving yourself, is going to build a firm foundation, and balancing out your inner divine feminine masculine energies will help you build a firm foundation. Working on your clairvoyance as well, working on your spirituality. All right, and the next card you got is Blessings. So what the divine is saying, keep counting your blessings. Notice the blessings that are all around you. I mean, you have a spiritual entourage of help all around you. And when you notice that, and when you are aware and awake, and you reach out to them and you partner up with the divine, you are promised the blessings that you've ever wanted. I mean, blessings you didn't even know you could have. All right, the next card you got is Confusion, Excess, Earthly, Feminine. So this tells me that for some of you, maybe some of you are feeling confused about the situation. Maybe you're feeling confused about another person, possibly your twin flame. And so again, this is what I teach in my life coaching. But basically, when you have an excess of earthly feminine, that means you have an insufficient amount of earthly masculine. So your confusion in your feminine is causing your divine masculine, which is manifesting in the third dimension now as being hopeless, not awake, stagnant, and stuck for some of you. Some of you are confused, and so that's causing some imbalance in your divine masculine. But I think many of you are doing really well, because I feel like for some of you it's going to happen in the near future. So I feel like some of you aren't confused, but some of you are. And so for those of you who are confused and you're not using your intuition, you're not trusting the process, that's what's happening. And that's why the physical union may not happen until the summertime, because you just need to work on balancing out your divine feminine, divine masculine energies. All right. And then you also got, I am connecting to my higher self. So that's kind of just what we talked about before, connecting to your higher self. Um, that's what we have to do here. We have to connect to our higher self in order to, move up in our vibration. That is how we're going to get to where we're going to be in this connection. To focus on your divine masculine, which again, I say again because I said this in groups 1 and groups 2, that doesn't mean male. It could be female. Okay. Has nothing to do with gender. But if you're focusing on your divine masculine, that is also going to put you out of balance. And that will drive some sort of wedge between you two. It causes like a deflection. Instead of a magnetism, it causes like a deflection. And so, but when you focus on your higher self and you focus on your intuition and you focus on your own opportunities and your own blessings and your own transformation, you then become more balanced, and that will also help you bring everything you ever wanted in life. All right, the next card you got is green, prosperity, health, abundance. So what this tells me is that what the divine wants you to know is that if you're not already abundant and prosperous and have good health, this is coming to you. So maybe for some of you, maybe you are going through some healthcare challenges and you're about to have a huge, happy healthcare change. So something's going to happen for the better. You're going to feel more abundant. You're going to have more prosperity. You're going to have better health. And you're going to get this, of course, by using, words of affirmation such as may I be well, may I be happy, as well as canceling, deleting any negative thoughts or words, being the warrior, staying strong, working on your channeling, okay, being open to new opportunities, and connecting to your higher self and your soul tribe. Okay, the next card you got is Eagle, create your own vision. Yep, so during this time before you get into union, the divine is asking you to create a vision for yourself, because this is the time to do it, because once you're distracted, you tend to not work on yourself. So create your vision and see how laser focused this bird is. Laser focused. Stay laser focused on that goal. Okay, and that will get you to where you're going a lot quicker. All right, what else does divine want you to know this week? You got Ray. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Okay, so for the healthcare change, I guess they're suggesting, I should say divine is suggesting, that maybe yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being. And looks like she's meditating. That's going to help you with your growth. That's going to help you with your well-being and your peace of mind. All right. And the next card you got is Into the Unknown. Right. So they're asking you to trust, to go into the unknown. Yes, it may be a little scary. And, she has the blindfold on because she doesn't know what's happening or where she's going. And she doesn't know what the outcome is. And she's trusting the divine. And she's saying, okay, divine, lead me to where you want me to go. And I will trust you and just take me there. And I trust that this is the best course of action for me now. And that this will be the best outcome for me. Because when you hold on tight to your own outcome, the divine can't step in and help you. All right, the next card you got is Children. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help my children. So maybe some of you are parents, or maybe some of you work with children. And, they're saying, maybe you can ask Archangel Raphael to help you with whatever it is when it comes to your children. But also, when I get this card, I also think about inner child. A lot of the twin flame work is, I would say, a big chunk of it is about healing the inner child, healing inner child wounds, healing your bloodline and karmic contracts, cutting the karmic contracts. By the way, what they're telling me right now is to mention you can ask Archangel Michael to cut with his sword any karmic contracts that you may have, cut any negative cords that you may have with anyone, especially your twin flame, and you will be released of that negative to bring in. So, because that's going to repel, by the way, your twin flame, you want to magnetize them. And so healing your inner child, going within, doing the emotion code is what I always suggest. If you go online, if you go on YouTube and you look up emotion code, especially now, the full moon is this Friday. It's the best time to do it. Right around now, actually, a few days before, up to the full moon, a few days after. Now is the best time to purge and to clear any trapped emotions that you may have from your childhood. This is huge. And when you release, you become lighter. And it also, believe it or not, because it's happening, your divine masculine side is on your right side, your divine feminine side is on your left side. And when you clear these blocked and trapped emotions in your body, it releases for you and your twin flame. And when you do that, there's a lot less mirroring because all that gook is being purged, okay? Because you're healing your inner child. I teach that as well on my life coaching if you want more information on that. Okay, the next card is Queen of Wands, confident and magnetic. Yep, so this tells me the divine is letting you know that you are becoming more confident and magnetic. I love the word magnetic because this is going to magnify, your twin flame. This is you're gonna be more magnetic to everything good in your life, to the blessings that is around you, that you can manifest, because you got the blessings card. There is blessings all around you, and you're becoming more magnetic by healing your inner child, by balancing out your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, by doing yoga, exercising, working on your well-being, by being patient and not settling for good, trusting the divine. Okay, and then also you're very confident. You are a warrior. And you're building strength and self-discipline, and you are conquering the ego. All right, the next card you got is receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Yep, so I think we talked about that, just being more open, not holding on to a particular outcome, and just knowing that the divine has your back and sees all possibilities. And when you realize that and know that the divine has a better view of all outcomes, you will be more apt to not come to your own conclusion, because we're kind of limited here in the third dimension and we don't even know certain things exist, but they can't give you these blessings that are all around you, that could be yours. So notice the blessings you already have, but know that there's other blessings there for you, but they can't give that to you unless you're receptive. All right, the divine also wants to let you know, to ascend, we must focus on creating a peaceful, loving life for ourselves, as our soul is the only true leader we should follow. Okay, so we need to focus on our soul. That is how we create a peaceful, loving life. Our soul, that is what we follow. I thought we had another card on that. I have so many cards here, but then, connecting to your higher self. That is what's going to bring you peace. That's talking to your higher self. That's asking your higher self for messages. That's asking you, it's kind of what you're doing now, right? With this reading, you're talking to the divine. So do more of that. That's connecting to your soul. Your soul wants you to know things that are going to help you to ascend and get these blessings that they have here for you. You'll also get that through meditation, and you'll through yoga. You'll also get that through healing your inner child. All right, and then the next card you got is falling down is an accident. Staying down is a choice. Yep. So a lot of you may have felt down and out, maybe stabbed in the back, heartache, some kind of painful ending that may have happened here. And so what they're saying is, yep, falling down is part of life. but staying down is a choice. So I think a lot of you, though, have risen from this challenge. A lot of you were knocked down and went through a trying period, and now you're gathering all of your strength and you're gathering all your resources and you're overcoming and conquering the ego. All right, the next card you got is Master Your Life Through the Law of Inspired Action. We must take action towards making those intentions a reality in physical world. So what this means is your actions must align with your intentions to make possibility of your instant manifestation. We must take first step, and then universe works in harmony with intention and vibration. Okay, so you have to align your actions with your intentions, with your integrity. Once you take that small step towards something that is for your highest good, now the universe can pull you through. The universe can carry you through your endeavor, but you have to take action. You have to be the warrior, okay? We know, well, they're saying to me that they know that you're going through a self-sacrifice right now as you're conquering the ego and you're moving and you're ascending into the fifth dimension. And as you're taking action and as you're connecting to your higher self and as you're laser focused on your vision and your goals, they are also helping you. But they can't do it if you're not taking any action. All right, and the next card you got is looking for someone who is an added look for someone who is an added bonus to your life, not someone to fill your void. So for some of you, maybe some of you need to hear this. Maybe some of you are feeling after this painful ending that maybe you're feeling this void in a relationship, and so maybe you're looking for someone to fill that void. And the divine is saying, you might want to rethink that, because this person in your life should be an added bonus, okay? So if this is a twin flame situation, a twin flame is someone who's going to bring you the greatest blessings. I know it doesn't feel that way sometimes, but trust me, once you balance your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, you'll see what I mean. It is actually magical. But a lot of us, we feel lonely and we get impatient. I think you got the patient card as well. I forget. You might have gotten the patient card. And, we try to quickly fill the void. And that's all you're doing is filling a void. And when you do that and you're not balanced, you're filling the void with things that aren't for your highest good. So I think some of you needed to hear that. I thought you had the patience card, but maybe not. Okay, so the next card you got is Live Like a Goddess, Divine Feminine. And Divine Feminine, again, does not have to be female. Live like a goddess, divine feminine. Be one with divine source. Notice signs and synchronicities with numbers, animals, insects, songs. Watch a sunset. Notice a bird in a tree or a butterfly passing you by. Yep. So when you decide to be one with your higher self and you are in the now, you will start to notice signs and synchronicities where you're getting. So like if you feel like, I'm alone, or like if your ego is telling you, this is very painful, this is how you feel. If you come out of the 3D, and I might have explained this in group 2, but maybe I explained it before. I'm sorry if I am repeating myself, but sometimes what the divine will do is they'll make the third dimension look quite unappetizing to push you into the 5D. Because they want you to focus on your higher self. They don't want you to focus on what's happening in the 3D. Because the 3Ds can be, it's suffering. It's a lot of pain and suffering. But when you focus on the 5D, that's when your peace and your happiness and all the blessings show up. Okay. And then you get signs and synchronicities with numbers on the clock, or animals speak to you, insects, look it up under totems and see what messages they're giving you. And then when you start getting all these messages, it really brings you peace. And what that does is when you're at peace, now you're vibrating. Where's my little chart here? Then when you're vibrating, now you're up here, and now you're attracting everything in your life at this level on the Hawkins scale. Now you're when you're at peace and you have acceptance, that's when blessings that match this vibration of 600 start coming in, and it's blessings that you didn't even know existed, that you didn't even know you could have. All right, and then the last card you got is Purging. We learn something new when we shed each layer. This is a great card to get because the full moon is here, and we just talked about that. So maybe there are some of you that still want to purge. Keep shedding these layers, because when you do purge with the full moon, just know you're shedding layers, so it's not over. This is lifetime's work. You are a warrior. You are a light warrior. And just know this is your life's work. It doesn't happen in one shot. So when you do the emotion code, or when you're purging in some way, healing your inner child, healing your inner wounds, just know that you have to shed layer by layer, because this is lifetimes of trapped emotions. You know what? You know what they're telling me right now? You're also purging for the collective. So because you're the pioneers in this, and not too many people are doing this, and we are all one, you are also purging for the collective. So you are purging things that aren't even yours. So you took this on. So you signed up for this because you guys are warriors. You are warriors of the light. You are the first ones moving up into the fifth dimension. This is the age of Aquarius, and you are the pioneers in this new age. And so as you purge, you will feel lighter. And you're purging for Mother Earth, Gaia. You're purging for the collective. You're purging for your shadow side. And the more you purge, the more you do the emotion code, release those trapped emotions, the more you're helping everyone else in this 3D. Okay. And I know it's a big responsibility, but you were chosen to do this because of your strength, because of your discipline, because of your skill, and because of your self-sacrifice that is conquering the ego. When you conquer the ego, that is when you ascend into a peaceful, loving life. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. That's all I have for now. If you like this reading, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, get notified of all my future videos. Also, I'd love to hear your comments. Also, if you'd like to book a private reading or interested in my life coaching sessions to master the twin flame journey and get everything you want, then please email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. The information is below. I am honored. I'm very honored to do this reading for you, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.